It is Wednesday, March 10. Welcome to CGN News. Health Minister Terence Dale Singh says Trinidad will get only a third of the doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines expected from the COVAX facility this month. Dale Singh said a global vaccine shortage is to be blamed for the Twin Island now getting one-third of the full shipment. But he said the remainder should arrive between April and early May. The Pan American Health Organization announced the allocation of vaccines last month, and Dale Singh had said the first tranche of 100,800 doses costing $504,000 was expected by the end of March. The number of people who will get the vaccine from the pending first tranche will be dependent on the delivery of the remaining doses, Dale Singh explained. Test results have shown that more cases of the United Kingdom COVID-19 variant strain have been detected in Jamaica. The variant was first detected in January in 4 of 20 COVID-19 positive passengers who came into the island from the UK. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says more persons have tested positive for the variant since then. He said in January, confirmed positive cases from across the parishes who had no history of travel were randomly selected to be sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency in Trinidad to be tested for the COVID-19 variants. He said the results were received on Saturday, March 6, and 7 were positive for the UK strain. Subject to regulatory approvals, Trinidad and Tobago national carrier Caribbean Airlines plans to launch non-stop flights between New York and Barbados starting April 1, 2021. The once-weekly service will depart Grantley Adams International Airport on Thursdays, and the return flight to Barbados will be on Saturdays, Simplifying.com reports. According to Caribbean Airlines website, prices for the 4 hours 50-minute Boeing 737-800 flight start at under $500 for a round-trip ticket. Regional development is set to face a significant setback with a recent UNICEF report highlighting school closures affecting 98 million children throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. Deputy Principal of the University of the West Indies Open Campus, Dr. Francis Severin, says the need to equip teachers with the appropriate skills to effectively deliver online teaching and learning must be top priority of the University of the West Indies, the UWI. According to the Deputy Principal, improving the delivery of online teaching is critical to regional sustainability. Severin also highlighted the upcoming Open Campus webinar, where a panel of global experts will deliver on the topic Pedagogical Approaches to Online Teaching and Learning Strategies for Success. The webinar takes place today, Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. and is open for registration. A Jamaican man who was denied re-entry into the United Kingdom, the UK, for 9 years, despite living there for 43 years, has been refused British citizenship. The refusal was due to his 9-year absence from the UK, even though the UK government admitted that they locked him out. The 65-year-old man, Trevor MacDonald, received a letter from Home Secretary Priti Patel expressing regret that the rigidity of immigration legislation meant that he cannot be granted British citizenship, the UK Guardian reported on Friday. According to the newspaper, British law requires applicants for citizenship to have been physically present in the UK for the majority of the 5 years preceding their application. In commenting on his denial of British citizenship, MacDonald told the newspaper that it was a blow, further describing the outcome of the application as being ridiculous and painful. The race issues raised by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in their interview with Oprah Winfrey are, quote, concerning and taken very seriously, end quote, Buckingham Palace has stated. In a statement, the palace said recollections may vary, but the matters will be addressed privately. Meghan told Oprah that Harry had been asked by an unnamed family member how dark their son's Archie's skin might be. Prince Harry later clarified to Oprah that the comments were not made by either the Queen or Prince Philip. The response from Buckingham Palace came after crisis meetings involving senior royals. The palace has been undergoing pressure to respond to the interview. Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine has called for peaceful protests 2 months after Yoweri Museveni, who has ruled the country since 1986, was declared the winner of a disputed presidential election. He called upon persons to rise up peacefully, unarmed, and demonstrate against the regime that had oppressed them. The singer-turned-politician, whose real name is Robert Kyagulanyi, said on Tuesday at the headquarters of his National Unity platform in the capital, Kampala. The 39-year-old was speaking beside a table piled high with files he claimed contained results from individual polling stations. He said based on these results, he was the real winner with 54% of the vote. Al Jazeera has not yet been able to verify the evidence he presented. Museveni has previously described the January 14 poll as the most cheating-free election in Ugandan history. According to the country's election commission, Museveni won re-election with more than 58% of the vote, while Bobi Wine came second with almost 35%. Journalist and TV presenter Piers Morgan left broadcaster ITV on Tuesday following long-running criticism of Prince Harry's wife Meghan that reached a crescendo after the royal couple's interview with Oprah Winfrey. Quote, following discussions with ITV, Piers Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain, end quote, ITV said in a statement. Morgan, a former CNN presenter, said the couple had damaged the royal family and sought publicity on their own terms without accepting the responsibility and scrutiny that come with the job. On Monday evening, ITV broadcast Oprah Winfrey's interview with Meghan and Harry, in which they revealed the depth of her unhappiness within the royal family. The United Kingdom's media regulator launched a probe into Monday's episode of Good Morning Britain after receiving 41,015 complaints about comments made by Morgan. The con woman known as the fake heiress for posing as a wealthy socialite in New York says she is trying to make the best of her newfound infamy since her release from prison. When asked if crime pays, Anne Sorokin told BBC Newsnight, in a way it did. Sorokin was paid $320,000 by Netflix for her story and says she has been offered other deals. She went to jail after tricking banks, hoteliers, and friends out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The story of her exploits under the pseudonym Anna Delvey went viral in New York Magazine in 2018, sparking instant interest from TV producers. Sorokin was in her mid-20s when she spent time in New York City telling people she had a $60 million trust fund and an ambitious project to create an eponymous arts foundation. And finally, Brazil's Maracana Stadium will be named after the country's football legend Pele, as the Rio de Janeiro state legislature voted on Tuesday to change its official title to the Edson Arantes do Nascimento Rei Pele Stadium. The 80-year-old Pele, whose full name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, played at the stadium many times for Brazil and scored his 1,000th goal there in 1969. Rei means king in Portuguese. The legislature said the football stadium, with a capacity of almost 80,000, will be renamed, but the larger sports complex around the grounds can retain its current name. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.